From the Soundstage Studio, Faculty of Cinematic Arts, MMU Cyberjaya, we present you MMU Beat. Please welcome our host for the show, Amirul Izzat Hasri.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a brand new special talk show entitled MMU Beats, broadcast live all the way from MMU Cyberjaya. My name is Amirul, and I am your talk show host for today's special edition. Now, folks, right off the bat, I know the question that is plaguing your mind, all right, be it whether you're on the way to work, whether you're in the toilet getting ready for work, or whether you're tuning in from different parts of the world, be it from Timbuktu, Nigeria, Canada, Saudi Arabia. Everyone has one question in mind. When did MMU have their own talk show? All right, that's been plaguing me the entire time when I was informed about this show. Why? Because when I was in MMU, I mean, you can even ask other alumni between 2008 and 2012, no talk show whatsoever. But lo and behold, a decade later, they've constructed this gigantic set, complete with a desk to host to ask questions for the alumni. And, ladies and gentlemen, we have our very own live band. Please give it up for the one, the only Norman and the gang. Yeah. It feels like a Hollywood set production from a Jimmy Kimmel or a Jimmy Fallon show. And talking about this particular band, folks, I want to tell you, right, that since 6 o'clock in the morning, these guys have been playing. They've been playing and playing to set the mood right, and the electricity in this room is all because of them. So, Santana, the guitar man, I want you to transfer the excitement we feel in this platform to the audience tuning at home. Can you give me a little bit of excitement to the people at home? Oh! All right. A bit of drums. You hear that? That, folks, that's a little glimpse of what MMU Beat has to offer. All right, folks, jokes aside. Now, what exactly is MMU Beat? A lot of you have been asking me, dropping DMs in my Instagram. What exactly is MMU Beat? Well, MMU Beat, folks, is a special talk show dedicated to its upcoming 25th year anniversary, which will be held in June 2022. You heard it, it's been 25 years since MMU opened its gates to Malaysia as the first ever private university to ever grace this country. Now, MMU has decided on this momentous occasion to feature several editions of talk shows focusing on different individuals who have graced the university in past and placed it on the map where it is today. Now we're going to have 3 different editions. Today we are going to start with MMU Beat Alumni Edition. What you are about to see today are successful people, alumni, graduates from MMU who have made a mark, an impact on the world. They're going to share their successes, their stories right here live for those tuning in. Up next is MMU Beat Presidential Edition. All right, now we will be featuring past, present, and present presidents all the way from MMU. And last but not least, we have MMU Beats, where we will collate all of the chancellors, past as well as present. Now, folks, today, as mentioned, on our first ever MMU Beat, we will be featuring 4 different alumni with 4 different, very vastly stories, but all of them successful. Now, obviously, you want to say, how successful are they? Well, you're going to have to stay tuned until 12 noon to find out. Now, in the meantime, a lot of you also texted me, even Santana over here, asked me before we start the show, Amirul, why did they call this show MMU Beat? You ask me that, right? Kenapa? Why MMU beat? Is it because the beating heart, the sound of the beating heart, the affection you have for me, a very handsome host? Handsome tak? Very good. That's what they keep telling me the entire night, the entire time, this entire morning. I'm very handsome. I'm also still single. So all you folks out there who are looking for a handsome bachelor, sarang heyo. All right, you can find my profile on Tinder, Bumble, and so many different others. But jokes aside, folks, MMU Beat, all right, is called MMU Beat because it is a storytelling and sharing platform that brings together the pillars that make MMU what it is today. The alumni, the presidents, the chancellors, and especially the people. We are all Warga MMU. Are we not proud, folks? Can we get some drum rolls? Oh, my Lord. Now, the word beat, folks, was selected to represent a rhythm impulse of the MMU soundtrack. Unbelievable. And beat is also the universal language of our people, which defines perceptions, evokes our laughter or fears, and our highest aspirations differing from each other. Folks, just reading this from a play card, right, it sends shivers down my spine because what is about to come in the next talk show, a series of talk shows, is something as never seen before in MMU or even in Malaysia. And I'm proud to take you on this journey as we go to reminisce the past, present, and the future of MMU. Now, folks, before we continue further, right, I'd like to give you a special reminder for those who want to tune in to this live broadcast. There's 3 platforms for you to choose from: MMU FB Live, MMU Malaysia TV YouTube channel, and Google Meet. The Google Meet link is actually on the flyer. So once again, if you feel the need to head back to MMU, use those 3 links to tune in to MMUB. All right, folks, to kickstart our show, I would like to invite, all right, a very important person up on the talk show, all right? He is the #1 guy in MMU and an all-around respected leader in higher education industry. Ladies and gentlemen, all right, Ben, we're ready. Okay. Sorry, I had to pause myself because the excitement, ladies and gentlemen, is still building up in the air. We talk about this next individual, right? Santana, you know this next person that we're going to invite, right? A little bit. Maybe you can tell me, right? What do you think of him as a man? He's a great man. Does he pay your paycheck or something? He pays you good. What about you? What do you think about the next man we're about to invite? It's definitely not Christina Aguilera, but he's much more than that. He's a celebrity on his own right. Every time you walk into a pathway in MMU, you feel his presence. All right, every time you get something from MMU, that's him, all right? Now, folks, without further ado, I would like to invite this man, all right, because once again, he is our cherished individual in this university. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome the President and CEO of Multimedia University, Professor Dr. Mazliha Muhammad Sood, up on stage. Wow. Professor Dato, please.
Okay.
All right. Now, right off the bat, welcome to MMU's very first talk show program. Before I continue further, what do you think about the program so far?
Very good. I'm very happy to be here today.
Oh, okay. I like the enthusiasm that you show, sir. And first of all, I'm not trying to get more money or something because I'm doing it for free because I love MMU. But
That's
sir,
very good because we don't have any money to give you.
no. Well, it's okay because the love I have for this university extends monetary compensation. That's why I came back to host this program. Now, folks, you're wondering once again, who is this dashing man in front of us? He is once again none other than the President and CEO of Multimedia University. Now, when you walked in, right, a couple of people actually texted me, how come our president this time actually looks like somebody who's about to host the Apprentice show? You look very dashing, sir. What is the secret behind looking as dashing as you?
No secret.
No secret. Just complete swag. I like this president already, folks.
Just passion.
Passion. See, folks, even if you don't look like $1,000, so long as you have passion, you radiate confidence. Is that true? All right. Now, Thank you for coming, Professor Dato. Despite your busy schedule, I understand that you make time to be with us here today to celebrate not only
This is
MMU's...
a special day. Of course, I'll make my time to come here.
Oh, okay. But we're very happy to have you here nonetheless, sir. Now, before we continue with our conversation, right, as we march towards MMU's countdown to its 25th year anniversary, which will mark, all right, its completion in June 2022, all right, we would like to invite you up on stage to this platform so we can officiate, all right, the march towards this momentous occasion. So, Professor Dato, can I have you please head towards the platform right here, because we're going to officiate, all right, not only this talk show, but our march to June 2022, the 25th year anniversary of MMU. All right.
Let's do it together.
Okay, let's do it together once again, folks. This is how we're going to launch the TV show and also the celebration. On the count of 3, I would like you, Professor Dato, to actually place your hand for 15 seconds on the platform. All right?
Which one?
Right
Left
here.
or right?
How about we go with right? Yeah. Right. All right. On the count of 3. In 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Our very own #1 man in MMU has officiated our event on our march towards the 25th year anniversary. Professor, we invite you back to your seat. Once again, folks, the one you see right here, the plaque that you see being featured, being unveiled on stage, is actually the official plaque that was given by the Ministry of Education 20 years ago to Telekom Malaysia to kickstart Malaysia's first ever
I think it's 25 years ago.
25 years ago,
Yeah.
my apologies. 25 years ago, ladies and gentlemen, this plaque was given all the way to 3M to kickstart the first ever private university in Malaysia. Can we have a round of applause? Since then, we built brick by brick and we achieved so much. And today we're going to talk about that further. Thank you so much. All right, Professor Dato. Now, before we continue, right, it is the 25th year anniversary. And a lot has happened, right, in the past 25 years. So much so that the producers of this show have actually cobbled up together a special video montage, all right, to showcase, all right, our amazing achievements for the past 25 years. So, Professor Dato, if I may, let's take a look at the video montage.
Okay.
The history of MMU is rooted from the Institute of Telecommunication and Information Technology (ITTM), which was established in 1994 in Taiping, Perak. The institute was part of Telekom Malaysia Berhad's endeavour to prepare itself for the oncoming changes and developments in the telecommunication industry. The Ministry of Education Malaysia appreciated the fact that TM was moving along with the development of the Information and Communications Technology (ICT) era in Malaysia. Education formed the fundamental basis that Malaysia needs in its drive to be a knowledge and technology-driven economy. As the government saw privatization as the appropriate drive towards efficiency, Ministry of Education invited TM to set up a private university in Malaysia. The official invitation was received by TM on the 8th of October 1996. TM took up the challenge and proceeded to establish University Telekom Sdn Bhd Uniteli in Air Keroh, Melaka, and registered with the Registrar of a Company on 26 June 1997. A year later, the government entrusted another significant task to TM in setting up Uniteli's second campus at the Multimedia Supercorridor MSC located in Cyberjaya. Uniteli was thereafter renamed to Multimedia University MMU and opened its door on 9th July 1999 in Cyberjaya. Today, 8th of October 2021, it has been 25 years that we commemorate the beginning of our history being the pioneer private university in Malaysia. Congratulations MMU! Let's continue to provide excellent quality education in producing more prominent and successful permata dunia. MMU is you, leading the digital future.
All right, folks, that is a video montage of what MMU has achieved in the past 25 years. But for those who just tuned in, right here is a recap. Now, folks, we will officially, all right, hit 25 years. MMU will hit 25 years in June 2022. Now, today is actually also a historic date for MMU. Why? Because on the 8th of October, as mentioned before we went for the video montage just now, the Ministry of Education actually placed this plaque right here to TM2 fully embrace their pledge to create Malaysia's first private institution in Malaysia, and then it became MMU. And that's why, all right, 8th of October was chosen as the launch date for this particular talk show. Can I get a round of applause, please? Oh my God. All right, now, Professor Dato, because today is a very momentous occasion for MMU, right? I would like to ask you a series of questions pertaining to MMU. Are you ready, sir?
Oh, yeah.
All right, I
Don't
like
ask
it.
me difficult questions because I'm not able to answer.
No
difficult
questions for SPM, algebra, or anything from MMU courses, okay? We're going to keep it very simple. It's all about the MMU history. Now, sir, given the historical impact of this date, 8th of October, perhaps Professor Dato would like to say a few words about it to our audience, especially for those tuning in from different parts of the world and those tuning all the way from Malaysia, your alumni. Do you have anything to say?
Well, what is important is that 25 years ago, there is no private universities in Malaysia. We are the first one to be established in the country, and MMU should be proud of this, that this process of developing a new approach in delivering education in the country is pioneering by MMU. We pioneered this idea, and we are the one who actually explore the adventure of delivering private education in the country. And the process of getting the approval from the Ministry of Higher Education to establish a university starts with this offer letter by the Ministry of Higher Education, or Ministry of Education at that time, that offers Telekom Malaysia to establish the first private university, and we received this letter on the 8th of October, signed by the Minister of Education at that time. You see? So this is part of the history, not only for the university but also for the country, because we are the first one that deliver this private education, higher private education in the country.
That's true. Actually, because of MMU, right, it became the platform for various individuals, right, to pursue their studies. And right now, a lot of the graduates for MMU, right, even starting from the first batch, they have become captains of industries, pioneers in different fields, and masters of their own craft. And it's all because of this particular date, on 8th of October, we got the mandate to kickstart the first private institution in Malaysia. So once again, on behalf of alumni and past students, we would like to thank MMU. Thank you so much for giving us a home to cultivate our future. Thank you so much. All right, folks. Now, Prof, I know this is a tough question, but looking back 25 years, right, what do you think is MMU's biggest contribution to this country, Malaysia, in the past 25 years?
Oh, it's very
It's wide.
Obvious that the biggest contribution of MMU is you.
Oh.
All of you,
Oh.
the alumni of MMU. This is, this is our contribution to the nation. One of the objective of establishing MMU here in Cyberjaya is to provide skilled manpower who can then champion the development of MSc. 25 years ago, we started this adventure, and today we have around 65,000 alumni graduated from MMU, and they are all the champions of the industries. And you are in your legal business, right?
Yep.
They are. We will invite alumni and those successful alumni and. For me, all alumni are successful alumni. Yeah, so we'll show some of the examples of our successful alumni, and these are the biggest contribution of the university to the nation.
That is a great answer. And I just want to tell you, right, that I'm actually a great lawyer. So for those who are looking for legal consultation, right, if you need a lawyer, you know who to call. I also do weddings, also birthdays, and bar mitzvahs. All right. Now, folks, that is in the past, with the biggest contribution in the past, but looking towards the future, sir, what would be MMU's next move? What is your game plan for MMU moving forward, the future?
Well, we are here for 25 years, and there's a lot of achievement that was achieved by the university. These are all championed by all the previous management, the previous presidents, and so on. Now, our aim is to continue their effort and try to put MMU at a higher level. We recently introduced our new plan called MMU Plus U. MMU plus U.
Okay.
Because MMU is nothing without you.
Oh.
It will be MM. Without you, it will be only MM. So MMU Plus U is MMU. And this MMU Plus U strategic plan is focusing in 5 different areas. Number one is we are looking at the popularity and population of the university. Number two, we are also looking on the strengthening the learning environment of the university, whether it is the way how students learn here, the way how we teach our students using all the new technologies, all the new approach and so on. The environment of the university, making it fun, making it friendly to the students. Then we are also focusing on the reputation of the university, on the ranking, delivering quality programs that is in line with the industrial needs. Of course, we need to make sure that the university is sustainable, because without money, we will not be able to run the university.
That's true. And
the last element is to strengthen the community of the university. That is what I call us. The last U, the U is the community. Everyone in the university will have to embrace one ambition, that is to work hard for the university and make sure that the university will progress and will achieve a better standing in the future.
all right. Those are big aspiration, folks. Now, speaking of which, it's so big that I am convinced, right, that when MMU put its mind to it, anything is possible. Just look at the past 25 years, what we've achieved, folks, and looking towards the future, I have no doubt in my mind that MMU will achieve greater success. Well, so, folks, hats off to MMU. And I am excited to see, even as a bystander, as an alumni, where MMU heads off after this. Now, Professor Dato, actually, right after this, we're going to invite panelists, right, to talk about their success stories. And I know you have a very busy schedule, all right? Some say you're even more busier than the Prime Minister of Malaysia. But because you're here, and it's so hard to get you.
You are chasing me away from here?
Oh, no. I want you here. I want you here. Because I feel humbled by your presence as the #1 man in MMU. I would like to ask you to stay. Can you stay while we chat along with
Of course, I would like to see and meet all the alumni, and have some time and get to know them better.
That would be great, because I spoke to each one of our panelists, the alumni, and they are actually dying to meet the new president. So folks, without
I'm dying
further
to
ado,
meet them.
What?
I'm dying to meet them also.
He's dying to meet him too. All right. So folks, without further ado, all right, let's welcome the panelists for today. As mentioned, we have selected, and now I know that in the past 25 years, we have various thousands of graduates that have become, once again, captains of industries. They have their own respective stories, success stories, but today we plucked out 4 of them, all right, to share with you here today on this particular talk show. So without further ado, let's introduce our first panel of the day. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this person, all right, he's a great person indeed. I read his bio and also CV. I looked at mine. It pales in comparison, folks. I need to do a lot better in life. Now, for your information, he is the founder of Rarecation Travels Sdn Bhd, Colors of Asia Sdn Bhd, Oh My God Creative Sdn Bhd, Saiful Nang Academy Sdn Bhd. There's a wink over there. And Rare TV. He holds a Bachelor of Multimedia with honors in film and animation. He is a graduate of class 2001, all the way from the Faculty of Creative Multimedia. Ladies and gentlemen, drum rolls, please. Please give it up for Mr. Muhammad Saiful Nang. Welcome. All right, if you think his CV, folks, is hotter, okay, you're about to be surprised, because we're going to escalate, folks. Up next, all right, is a very talented individual who's been making a lot of waves recently. She's been appearing in multiple platforms, even featured on BFM a couple of times. Ladies and gentlemen, this person is the founder of Talent Asia and also the co-founder of the highly popular Cult Creative. She holds a Bachelor of Business Administration with honors in International Business from the Faculty of Business, class of 2010. Please give it up for Miss Manisha Jagan. Welcome. Woo. All right. Now, folks, we have 4 individuals here today with this, okay? They're going to share your stories. We've presented you 2. All right, we've got Saiful Nang and also Manisha Jagan. Hi, welcome to the show, folks. All right, now, these folks are here physically, and the next 2 individuals, they couldn't be here because, well, there's something called COVID-19. But despite the fact there's a pandemic, folks, all right, they came all the way from their busy schedules. Despite the pandemic, they wanted to be here to celebrate with us, and they are broadcasting live virtually. So, ladies and gentlemen, please give it up all the way via virtual, our 3rd alumni joining us. Now, some of you might know him because some of you might be his ex-students. He is an MMU adjunct professor, a chief executive officer, CEO of Inter-Pacific Asset Management. He holds, okay, wait for it, folks, a Master of Philosophy Management, class of 2002, and a Doctor of Philosophy Management, all the way from class of 2010 in Faculty of Management. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great honor to introduce Yang Berbahagia, Dr. Nasri Khan Adam. All right, there he is on the feet. And last but not least, to complete our panel for today. All right, now you have probably purchased her products throughout the years, all right, and she was very happy to give all of us, including myself, a headscarf as well, which I'll probably have to give a girlfriend if she exists. Folks, she is the founder and CEO of Sugar Scarf. She holds a Bachelor of Information Technology with honors, Multimedia Technology Management, all the way from the Faculty of Computing and Informatics, class of 2010. Please give it up for our final panelist, Miss Nur Atika binti Sulaiman. Ho, ho, ho. Welcome everybody to our first ever MMU talk show program. I am so thrilled to have all of you 4 individuals as well as our number 1 man all the way from MMU. All right, now let's kickstart our talk show by asking our panelists, right, maybe let's not start too hard. Let's talk about their success story. I mean, that's the easiest one, right? They've achieved so much. Obviously, the blueprint of success is already at the back of their hand. So let's start with the adjunct professor, Dr. Nasri Khan, all the way from virtually. I don't know where he's actually broadcasting from. Prof, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes. I can.
All right, where are you actually featured from?
Now, currently I'm in my house in Bangi.
Okay, I have to say, right, that it's not just a house, it is a palace. Because this is how successful Professor is. I have been to his house. It's 6 stories, okay? I thought it was an actual office, but it's actually huge. All right, Doctor, welcome to the show once again. Now I have to get the ball rolling, right? I have one question for you.
No, wait. Before that, Dato',
Yes, Prof.
your usual tagline is tak handsome, tak apa, janji kaya, right?
Exactly.
But today, can you change just for today? Tak handsome, tak apa, janji MMU.
Okay, boleh.
Okay, Dato, I have a question, right? Okay, in terms of we all know your career. We've read it out loud on social media, and also everyone is very well versed with your career. Could you update us, right? The MMU people, the alumni. What are your current projects, and what are you working on right now?
Okay, first of all, I would like to thank Professor Masliham for inviting me here. I really love MMU. I think 90% of my career is being shaped by MMU. I was in MMU as a student, so as an academic for almost 10 years. Alhamdulillah, I moved on from zero to hero. Currently, I'm a fund manager and a CEO of the fastest growing fund management company in Malaysia, where in 1 year, we managed to get deposit almost 1 billion ringgit. Yeah, Alhamdulillah. And I'm currently working for Nasri Vincent Tan, who's my boss. You all know he's the billionaire in Malaysia. And I was also being voted as the best CEO for fund management company by International Finance Magazine, and the most influential fund manager in Muslim countries by OIC Magazine last month. And Alhamdulillah, I managed to prove that being a graduate of MMU, right, we are an entrepreneur, and I said now I'm a multimillionaire, Alhamdulillah, thanks to MMU, and I really appreciate. I believe there's a lot of skills that we can acquire from MMU, something that we can acquire from other universities, especially entrepreneurship. This is something that I learned from MMU. Apart from that, I'm also the chairman of a world-class Malaysian stock market in Malaysia, Malaysian Association of Technical Analysts. I was also the former fellow of Dewan Perniagaan Melayu Malaysia, and I'm also an economist. I have a talk show in Astro Awani. That's how we get the tagline very popular. Tak handsome tak apa, janji kaya. Sorry, tak handsome tak apa, janji MMU. That's what the asked me to do this now, and I really appreciate. I think one thing that a skill I got from MMU is cyberpreneurship. I think that is a skill that no other student can get. Only from MMU. Cyberpreneurship is a skill where you have to be digitally opportunist, right? That is something that nobody have that skill, and thanks to MMU, because of that, my fund management company was voted as the fastest growing because we use a lot of digital and social media platform to get a deposit as big as almost 1 billion ringgit.
Can I just say, right, that the word billion, I actually really love the word billion. Right now in my pocket I only have 10 ringgit lah. I'm gonna have to work harder to achieve 1 billion. But Professor Dato, if you ever need a new hiree, right, I would like to place in my CV. And some of the guys here was like, hey, can we work for this guy? So successful, a billionaire. Now, Dato, when we hear your impressive CV over there, right, we are thrilled to have you as our hero. That's it is so much so, right, that myself and also the band here, right, we're gonna collect money, all right, so we can actually print out a giant picture, bring it back home, and hung it on my wall, right, on everybody's wall, so we can say that is our hero. I want to be like him one day.
Thank you.
Hopefully. Now, Dato, after completing your master's, right, in 2002 and also PhD in 2010, you also served a few years in MMU, the university, and then you decided to move, all right, to the financial industry, where again you made your name in investments, all right. It's like Wall Street, Gordon Gekko. Now, since you're very well known in that field, right, we want to ask you, how are you actually able to progress in multiple fields in your career and then all right, you decide to make a name in the investment sector? How do you juggle all that?
That's right. I think academician in MMU is unique. You don't find normally what you see is a CEO from the industrial world become a professor in the universities. But MMU is different, okay? Our lecturers is groomed to be a CEO in the industrial world. So this is something very, very unique. I still remember when the president of my, at that time when I was the lecturer in MMU, Professor Gauss Jasmon, he told me that in MMU we really value industrial collaboration, you know. So that's how I build my brand, right? So initially from I start as a tutor, MMU really provides strong incentive for all academicians and PhD students to do consultancy, to develop relationship with all the key players in the industry. That's how I started. And we also being equipped with all these skills, social media skills. At that time we have Yahoo Messenger, we have, I think Facebook was not there yet. But we know about all these social media platforms that we use intensively, and that's how I start my brand. In fact, now I'm very proud to say that I have actually what do you call that? Build up probably the largest stock market traders in Malaysia. We even conduct the biggest stock market seminar in Malaysia with more than 10,000 people actually come and attend into our Zoom session. Something you never heard of in Malaysia. And I think this is something unique. And I always believe that the skill that we get, especially being opportunist digitally, right? The ability to see imbalance between demand and supply, right? The ability to see that a lot of Malaysians actually, they crave for personalized fund management, platforms. They want to see the fund manager themselves. They want to invest outside Malaysia digitally, make it very easy for them to invest, make it a lot of funds, investing experience. This is something that I see as an opportunity for us. So Alhamdulillah, until now, we managed to build up strong followers using a great social media skills. I must say that my Facebook, Dr. Nasri Khan, probably is number one in terms of stock market, advisor, and also fund management education. So I think it's something that I need to credit MMU for that. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you once again, MMU. This is a success story, folks. One day, if Hallmark, right, or maybe Hollywood makes a movie, all right, about this man, I want to play this guy. Did I ever say that I look as good as any actor? All right, folks, thank you so much, Prof, for sharing us with your success story. We're going to shift gears, right? We started off listening to one of our panelists virtually. We're going to shift to a physical setting. Folks, let's move on to one of our panelists here, Mr. Saiful Nam. Right, can we get the camera up close to his face? Because that is a beautiful face. That is the face of a successful man. All right. Now, Mr. Saiful Nam, right, everybody knows you. Just now we heard somebody from the investment sector. Right now we're going to dive into photography and a little bit of arts, all right? Now you graduated from FCM in 2001 and since have skyrocketed to success in the field of photography. Not only do you have a successful academy, but you're also an accomplished artist, an entrepreneur, producer of various videos, travel logs, and also dip your toes in philanthropy activities as well. My God. Saiful, all right, can you tell us, right, what's on your plate right now? What are you doing right now? That's the big question everybody's been asking on Facebook, actually.
Okay, thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan selamat pagi. We do philanthropy, number one, but we need engine to run the philanthropy because philanthropy will not work without fund. So then we don't ask funding from other people. We develop the funding mechanism by doing businesses. So we do multiple businesses across a few industries, but the whole proceeds of the businesses doesn't go to my pocket. It will go 100% to the community development. So after about 17 years, we started 17 years ago, and now we managed to have around 230 people in the community of debt-free, free healthcare and free education, free welfare for family development, and free cars and home. And here is the place where you don't transact between you and another community members without money. You don't transact with money, you transact with love. And it's like a village. We are building up an ecosystem, and the village started with 20 people, 20 crazy people like me, and I am just one of them. And we developed the whole thing together. We put our hand into the dirty things like, not dirty things like corruption, but we build up the things on our own hand. We're mixing the concrete together. We develop things together when our business wasn't so prosperous before this. And slowly growing up, whenever the children that we took care before this, among them are orphans and the underprivileged kids, which is we give them education and we give them the replacement of the families, so then they can have and they can grow up in the complete family ecosystem again after they lost their parents, for the orphans, for instance. So then once they get into the family again, so then the whole ecosystem is getting complete again, and we develop the people, and the people will develop the business. So we develop the people first. Last time in 2004, the time I started my first business, I was thinking like we have to develop more business, and we hire eligible people, potential people to run the business. However, it only lasts about 5 years before I think I have to admit that the failure was to develop the business first before I develop the people. And eventually in 2005 we started RPWP, is the name of the community. The kids we took care during that time was so small again. Yet they're still small. 15 years old was the eldest. And after 5 years, the 15-year-old turned 20. And they were there in the business development, and they start to take over the company. They start to develop more businesses, and we have businesses in multi-industries. After we develop the numbers of people, the number of talents, we educate them, we give them experience. What we build up is only the platform, the ecosystem, and they grow on that ecosystem. Just like Faculty Creative Multimedia. How did they grow us? Multimedia is now, I take the creativity as a common thing, which is it can go across the industry. It doesn't mean creativity is only applied for multimedia, animation, filmmaking, but it can be, because it's a common discipline for success people and success community. Then we use multimedia as the tool. As now we have multiple companies, we need marketing, and we develop multimedia content to ease our marketing across our businesses that we develop.
Okay. Actually, you know what you just now I've heard your story, right? That your business. This is an actually question. I want to dedicate this question to you. It seems that your business, right, actually all the way goes back to the people. You want to help the people through various philanthropist activities. So I want to ask, right? I mean, this is something the politicians of Malaysia can actually take note of. Okay, this man is a saint, as compared to some people in the parliament. All right, we're actually just looking out for themselves. But
I'm not a politician.
I
will never be.
But you know, when we look at stories from the newspaper, right, when business people, right, they're actually just out for themselves. Okay, I make money, is this for me? But what was the moment in life, right, when you said you make money, but what was the deciding factor that said, hey, I want to help the people too. I want to give back to the community. Mm-hmm. What was the factor in your decision?
I was grown up from poor family. My mom's very poor, my father very poor. And whenever some poor people come to seek money from us, then my mom took their saving and give to the poor people, and while we are also very poor. And I see my late mom and my father They live happily even though they are not poor. So do I want to get rich or happy? So then I choose to get happy. So if I think, I'm not translating happiness by Ferrari and Lamborghini, but how many people can be happy with whatever we earn from the businesses that we develop and we eat together? If you have, if you are making good income in your career, for you to enjoy the happiness, sometimes you open table to your friends and family, and you treat them pizzas and coffee and many other things, and you pay for it. And now we do it in the daily basis, every day, and every day 230 people eating like kanduri every day, because our central kitchen is providing food every morning, afternoon, night, and all the time in between. And we live happily in one community that communicate and transacted not money but love and compassionate. This is something that okay, when I was grown up poor, then one of the days in year 2007, 2005, that was the time when I was, I consider myself was rich, and I have money straight go to my pocket, so then I can buy whatever I like. And yet I don't think like I feel happy during that time by having branded things, and I can travel anywhere in the world, and my nature of job also need me to travel around the world, and people pay for it. And then I started to think like we have to develop, we are together, these 20 people, 20 crazy people, to develop an ecosystem where we can live together, and we make money from the businesses and bring everything back to the family. This family, the huge family, it's 230 people now. It used to be 20 people with our wife, then it's become 40, and our children, and then after that start the orphans and also the underprivileged people, underprivileged kids. They also come to stay in the family, and they are also, if let's say people ask for, if you are talking about asnaf, normally asnaf or these underprivileged people, they seek money from other people, but our asnaf is not like that. Our asnaf are those people who gear up the whole mechanism. They do agriculture, they do healthcare, we do whenever we need to use a lot of cars, then we develop our own workshop, our own automotive units. Then whenever we need to develop the building, we develop construction teams. Then we do in a small community that we don't need money in the community. I don't have to have a lot of money to send my children to international school, then I pay to international school. Or I don't need to have money to go to hospital, but everything can be covered by the revenue we generated from the business that we use together. Because if let's say I want to use a car, say like maybe some lavish car, you need a valve fire. It's 230 people can have the whole valve fire. We just buy one, but can be used by these 230 people. Because if you want to go to Kebun, you need a 4-wheel drive. So you need to buy maybe 2 or 3 4-wheel drive. But not everybody to have one 4-wheel drive for their own. And this is what we call, we are not rich, but we share everything. We share the ownership, so then everybody get enough.
Sir, can I just say, ladies and gentlemen, can we give this man a round of applause? He is a saint. Thank you so much for your contribution. Now, folks, we have to move on to our another class, but once again, it is a very beautiful, touching story. So, folks, do take note. At the end of the day, do give back to society. Now, folks, I want to move on to our third panelist, all right? Now, Manisa, All right, Manisha, you studied in FOB Malacca, right? That's a Faculty of Business for
FBL.
those.
FBL.
FBL,
Oh,
of
now
course.
now it's FOB.
Now it's FOB. Before that was Faculty Business and Law. A tidbit, all right? Now you graduated with in international business. Now ever since, okay, you graduated, you've been making headlines in the entertainment industry, all right? As the creator of MTalent Asia and Cure Creative, BFM Radio, all right, in 2020 hailed you. And this is, I'm quoting from their website, a true game changer, all right? How in the world did you end up in the media entertainment industry in the first place as a talent provider? Could you tell us a little bit about your journey?
Sure, Amirul. Thank you so much for the introduction. So, yeah, it's really interesting how I found myself in the media and entertainment industry. Even though I might look like a singer, I'm not. I actually work behind the scenes.
we thought it was like Jacqueline Victor.
I did. The only time I was on stage was actually like it started in MMU. It started with Amirul actually. So we co-emceed like some MMU events back in the day. We were just talking about one behind backstage just now, where it was really memorable. I think it was so we studied in Malacca, in the Malacca campus, in MMU Malacca campus, and I graduated in 2010. So the first time I joined MMU, I started in 2006. So it was a very colorful, definitely fulfilling, I feel, journey with MMU. And after I came out, I graduated in business, in international business, and I actually always wanted to start my own business. I think that's also why I chose to study business. So before that I was a science student, but I was interested and I knew I enjoyed the course a lot because I always sat in front. I was one of the people that sat in front of my class and the lecture halls, and it was really fun. So I knew, but I didn't study entrepreneurship, so I wanted to learn along the way. So I took experience working in diverse companies. So I got an internship in Sony, and then I did a year of conference producing. So that was also very exciting. And then I spent about nearly 4 years in the tech industry. So I worked in Groupon Malaysia, and at that time it was deemed the fastest growing company in the world by Forbes. So I entered that in 2011. So when I when I started working, I was really focused and said like I want to only work for 5 years. Only 5 years to learn.
5 years.
To learn. So I had like, I'm one of those people that had like a 5-year plan, you know. So I was like, okay, no matter what it is, after 5 years, I want to start something. So after 3.5 years, like 4-year benchmark, you're like, oh my God, it's going to be 5 years already. What am I going to do? What am I going to do, right? So I said, okay, fine. If I'm going to start something, it might as well be something that I'm passionate about, and something that I have some strength, and something that I think there's opportunity. So that's how I started MTalent Asia. It started because I was passionate about people, the arts, and business. So at MTalent Asia, basically I work with artists, talent, influencers, and this was in 2015. So I started a boutique agency where I started working with these kind of talents. And I saw opportunity there because in 2015, social media was prevalent, but wasn't as much as it is now. There was no TikTok yet, you know. There's still a lot of opportunity out there, but there were already YouTubers, and there were not so many people managing them. Because I thought that a lot of Malaysian talent would even, we have amazing talent in Malaysia, you know, not all across, and some very, very amazing ones from MMU. So, but I thought like we can even reach bigger horizons if we looked at it from a business perspective. So I was like, how would it be if more of our artists have some people in business in their teams? So that's when I started working with artists, and there in MTalent Asia, I'm proud to say we helped to change lives and livelihoods of some of the urban artists that we worked with. And then following from there, our services expanded into public relations, where we work with the media, some into video production, and so on and so forth. So we stayed as a boutique agency working with all this type of talent. until last year, there was this opportunity because of the pandemic. So I think a lot of us here today, we are also at that mindset where probably, it also cultivated at MMU with all the diversity and opportunity, the type of courses that we had, where it cultivated the type of thinking. So during the pandemic, I think, of course, all of us had a tough time and a lot of challenges in the media and entertainment, and some of my industry peers. So we kind of came together, my partners and I, at Cult Creative. So we started a platform. So my partner, Charmaine Wong, she and her company, Tish Events, so they basically do events. They're from the events industry. And another partner of mine, Lina Esa, she's from the publishing industry. We all kind of suffered in the creative and entertainment, right? And but then we were like, how can we not be in this situation ever again? And so Charmaine and her team started actually a community for creatives called Cult Creative. And then Lina and myself came on board. And now we're actually working on a professional networking app for creatives where we give opportunities. So there's job opportunities there. There's opportunities to upskill creatives, resources. So our beta app is now out on stores. So we're testing in a testing stage right now, but it just came out on Malaysia Day. So that's currently what we're doing and what we hope to bring the Malaysian creative industry to another frontier. Yeah.
Okay. That is a great update. Can we give her a round of applause? Now, I want to continue asking stories, but folks, I need to I need to put a pin over there. Encik Nasri, Professor Nasri, are you there? Hello? Oh, I think we've probably lost him on the line. Virtual settings, I tell you. My apologies, folks. I think Professor Nasri will come back later on. But Manisha, just to continue your story, right? For the folks, if you don't know, Manisha's various creations, right, and work actually has been making waves across, even not just alumni, but with current students. I was actually showing her messages last night that her work has actually is so well known that the current students of MMU, 12 years her age gap, actually knows about you. And that's how far you've gone. You've made an impact not only on artists' life, but your work transcends age. And people are actually looking up to you. Do you have anything to say to the kids watching you right now? Who are looking up to you? What do you have to say about your success story?
I think continue hustling, continue working hard, putting your effort, seize opportunities when it comes your way, I think, and support each other. I think so far from listening to everyone's stories right now, I think everyone even from Professor Dato, has mentioned about community. So I think community is really important, and banding together, there's a lot of opportunity that comes from that. So thank you for support, continue supporting us, and I think everyone here. Yeah.
All right, that's a beautiful wrap up. Now, folks, I do have to inform you that Professor Nasri had to step out for a while for a business meeting, but he does send his regards and wishes everybody from the alumni to the current students all the best in their future undertakings. Can we have a round of applause for Professor Nasri once again? Thank you so much, Professor Nasri, for joining us. All right, folks, you've heard 3 different amazing stories. We're now going to our final panelist, which we will dive on into her success story. Ladies and gentlemen, it is none other than Miss Nur Atika Sulaiman. Atika, how are you doing over there virtually?
Alhamdulillah.
All right.
Thank you so much for inviting me here.
Okay. Now, Atika, you are a graduate of the Faculty of Computing and Informatics, majoring in Multimedia and Technology Management. All right. And then, get this, you then set up a business selling shawls and hijabs, which then became an empire. Folks, an empire with a capital E by itself. You were voted in 2015, right? Your business was listed in Google's top 10 most trending online shopping platforms, and you've been making great success till today. And the best part about this story, right, like any Hallmark story, is that you started this business with only 800 ringgit, and now it's $1 million enterprise. That's just wow. So the question on everybody's mind, right, when I read your bio, how did you end up venturing first in the hijab business after graduating with a major in IT? How did you shift gears?
Okay. Hello everyone, Assalamualaikum. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, I started this business actually when I was in MMU, in the hostel actually. at first sebenarnya I tak terfikir pun untuk jual this scarf and this kind of things, business is just to support my MMU life that time, because that time is boleh cakap high lah juga dia punya not the fees, because fees kita ada pinjaman PTPTN and tapi the cost of the living at the MMU it's quite high that time. So untuk minta my parents, which is my parents come from middle family punya income. My mother was a clerk and my father berhenti kerja, try to nak buat business tapi tak berapa jadi. So I rasa macam membebankan untuk minta my parents duit. So I started selling actually in the blog when I was in MMU lah, saya Berjaya that time. So at first kita memang tak terfikir pun nak jual scarf and tak terfikir pun to like do this as a serious thing. So I jual baju, I kasut, just to support my life in university lah that time. I juga pernah ketuk ke pintu-pintu untuk jual the tudung with other hostel mates kan. That was like my first experience lah selling dengan strangers, sebab I adalah seorang introvert. I susah nak bercakap. Selalunya kalau I duduk dekat hostel tu, I selalu duduk dekat bilik. I don't go out. I tak macam social keluar ke apa, tak. Selalu kalau balik daripada kelas, I akan duduk dalam bilik je. Macam tu. So okay, after that, after a while, when I ketuk pintu tu, cepat habis tau. So I was thinking that time, benda ni boleh jadi, I mean like my income yang betul-betul masa I study dekat MMU lah. So I started to build a little bit from sikit stock, from 20 pieces to make it like higher the stock, and until now. So we have been like Sugar Scarf dah 13 tahun. So this is like our new milestone lah. That is my story. Macam mana I start Sugar Scarf. It's just like untuk support my university life lah that time actually.
That is actually a beautiful story. And actually, all of the 4 stories, right, they have something in common. Despite wherever you start in life, whether it's at the lowest, all right, you just got to keep going. And as my friend said, keep hustling. Because at the end of the day, no matter whether you're an introvert, tak tahu buat apa, if you keep on believing in yourself and if you keep on hustling, great success will come to you. Now, Tika, thank you so much for sharing. I'm going to ask you a couple questions later on, but because we need to go to a commercial break, but before that, right, I want to ask our professor, okay, our president, all right, President, Prof, you've listened to 4 different success stories, right, from different fields. One is actually a billionaire, some more, working for Vincent Tan, all right? You've seen multiple success stories. What do you think, right, is MMU's secret recipe producing all these success stories?
I think the common denominator of all the 4 successful alumni is the entrepreneurial mindset that has been set during their study in MMU. This, for me, is very important, and we keep on doing this now. Now, the mentality to become a job creator rather than a job seeker. And all of them are successful in their businesses, and the most important element is entrepreneurial. And today we still have this mission to develop entrepreneurs among our students, not only for those who will really become an entrepreneur later, but also for those who will eventually work in a firm, for example. But the entrepreneur mindset must be there. So they will always try to grab opportunities, try to will ever work for success and so on. This is, I think, the success of the secret behind all these stories.
Entrepreneurship. That's a good answer. Well, folks, I mean, we're going to take a short commercial break because right after this, we still have a lot more stories to tell you. All right, just now we've heard success stories. After this, we're going to have a little bit of fun. Isn't that true, guys? Yeah. All right. Can we hear some excitement, guitar man? Oh, not guitar man. Guitar man. All right. All right. Now, it was a serious topic, folks, about the success stories, but after this, after the commercial break, we will be diving into something a little bit more fun and reminiscing the old days they had back in MMU. So until then, folks, we're going to go into a commercial break. Don't go anywhere. Don't touch that remote control. We'll be right back after this. Like any talk show host, okay, like any talk show program, we have entertainment with a capital E. And this, folks, we've brought all the way from Malacca. Now, performing, okay, her own rendition of a popular song, all right, sung by Yuna called Dan Sebenarnya. Ladies and gentlemen, I've heard her previously in rehearsals, all right. The moment I heard her, I said, masih single lagi ke? Because not only is she pretty, but she can sing. Hell of a singer, I tell you. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is my great honor to invite the songstress all the way from the Faculty of Law, MMU Malacca. Please give it up for Miss Liana Shamimi Juma.
Membasahi pipi dan lagu-lagu di radio seolah-olah memerli aku. Apabila kau bersama yang lain, adakah perasaan benci ini sebenarnya cinta yang masih bersemadi untukku? Dan sebenarnya ku mengharapkan di sebalik senyumanmu itu kau juga merestui aku. Ku enggan berpura-pura ku bahagia, oh ku enggan melihat kau bersama si dia. Oh ku akui cemburu mula menular dalam diri apabila kau bersama yang lain. Adakah perasaan benci ini sebenarnya cinta yang masih bersemadi untukku? Dan sebenarnya ku mengharapkan di sebalik senyumanmu itu kau juga merindui aku. Dan apabila kau merenung matanya, ku rebah jatuh ke bumi. Di saat kau benar-benar mau pergi, seperti ku bernafas dalam air. Tarararararara. Oh, adakah oh, adakah perasaan benci ini sebenarnya cinta yang masih bersemadi untukku, oh, dan sebenarnya ku mengharapkan di sebalik senyumanmu itu kau juga merindui aku, oh, dan sebenarnya aku rindu, dan sebenarnya aku rindu padamu.
Nak tahu kelajuan peranti pintar dalam 5G? Di MMU ada jawapannya. Nak tahu bagaimana kandungan kreatif dan perniagaan atas talian dikuasai? Di MMU ada jawapannya. Nak tahu bagaimana cyber security dan undang-undang berfungsi? Di MMU ada jawapannya. Semua itu dan banyak lagi ada di Multimedia University kerana MMU ialah anda menerajui masa hadapan digital. Layari mmu.edu.my.
All right, folks, welcome back to the talk show called the MMU Beat. For those who joined in, welcome once again to the MMU's first ever talk show program. Now, just now before the commercial break, we actually went through everybody's success stories from different fields. Right now, we're going to change it up a little bit because, as you can see at the stage right here, we have a giant wheel. Are we going to play Wheel of Fortune? Well, we're going to find out together later on. But before that, Professor, actually, a lot of people were asking me, right, the advertisement that we just saw just now, right? A lot of people are asking, is that your voice on the advertisement?
Oh, yes.
Wait a minute. So not only are you a CEO and president of this great university, but you also provide the voiceover for your own, the university's own?
I think it's normal, you know. If you send your kids to a school,
Okay.
you need to know who is teaching in the school. And this is why I asked them to do this voiceover of this advertisement. That is to make sure that this university is close to the community, that they know that the president himself is doing this, for them.
That, my friend, is a great president because not only, all right, is he managing everybody's future, but he goes to the, as people say, on the ground himself. He wants people to know that he's there every step of the way with you. And hence, why not only did he provide the voiceover, but apparently he wrote the script as well. All right, a round of applause, folks. Great president. Oh. All right, folks, so we're going to change it up a little bit on the format of the show. You've heard, the typical success stories through, chats. I think we're going to change it up a little bit. So, folks, we are going to play a questionnaire in the in the form of a spinning wheel. So ladies and gentlemen, with that, I would like to invite Professor Dato to please come up with me to the wheel.
Oh, okay.
All right, because we're going to play the next segment, a series of questions with our lovely guests by using this giant wheel. All right, folks, now welcome to a segment that I call Spin and Answer. So basically, as you can see, you have a giant wheel in front of you. All right, now we will, after this, call upon each of our panelists, right, to spin the wheel, and depending on which color, all right, it hits, they will get a question, all right, in the form of an envelope, and they will answer it here live. So, folks, I guess since the instructions are very clear, let's dive in straight away to this particular game. All right, can we have, all right, Encik Saiful Nang to come up on stage first? All right, Encik Saiful Nang, come up here. All right, Encik Saiful Nang, do you understand the way that this game is supposed to be played?
I don't know.
Okay, so basically it's very simple. Spin the wheel, and based on the color that you get, you have to answer the question inside the envelope.
Okay.
All right. So
White color is safe question.
Yes.
Red color.
Exactly. White is easy question. Red, very, very tough.
Very difficult.
Might be mathematics. Who knows? So Encik Saiful Nang, can we have you spin the wheel? All right. Wang besar, they say.
Okay.
Here we go. All right. Will it be red? Will it be blue? Let's find out together, folks. It is red. All right. It's a tough question, apparently. So here it goes. Dato, I will actually pass it to you. You can read the question to our panelists over here. Let's see, what question did you get?
Should I answer it now?
Yes, you have to answer it now. That's how the game is played. Surprise question. All right, here we go.
This is a surprise question, a red question.
Okay. All right, here we go. I see a smile on Dato's face.
Because
What?
it's red is a tough question.
Oh, it's a tough question.
Tough question.
All right, here we go,
There's
folks.
no right or wrong, right?
There's no right and wrong.
Okay. Do you have any secret admirers? Or do you admire someone during your study in MMU?
Yeah, definitely. I really admire Dr. Abu Hassan during that time. Used to be a very good dean, and after that, Dr. Rafi used to be our lecturers, and I think the previous presidents, and our late Azhar Saleh. Used to be very bad teacher, but very nice teacher at the same time. Annoying, but yet, well, he challenged a lot, teaching less but challenged a lot. But that brought us here.
What about the secret admirer?
Those were the ones.
Are you? I just want to get this out right, because I just want to add a spotter to the works. All right. So you're saying that no romantic interest?
Mak tak bagi.
Mak tak bagi. Betul. Baik betul budak ni. Baik sangat. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that answer. All right. We're gonna shift gears between physical setting to a virtual setting. We're gonna go to Atika. All right.
Spin.
But because Atika is actually on virtual screen, I would like to ask Encik Saiful, okay, to spin the wheel on behalf of Atika. Tapi Atika, you beritahu sama ada you nak perlahan ke ataupun you nak laju. Boleh tak? Okay, you count down untuk Saiful.
Nak stop bagi tahu, saya break.
Okay, since I tak dapat nak pusing, kalau I tak dapat nak jawab je soalan, tak? Cakap.
Okay.
You want red or white? Answer.
Oh, do you want red or white?
Apa boleh pusing.
Same. Okay, tak apa. Kita cuba nasib. Alright, how about you count down, Atika? Count down for her. I think there's something wrong with the virtual session. Alright, in the count of 3, 2, 1, spin! Okay, putar. Wang besar, Lim. Merah. Oh, merah. Is that merah?
That is merah.
Macam merah. Okay, it's still red. Alright. Okay, Encik Saiful, that is the extent of the help I need from you. Thank you so much. You can get back to your seat. Thank you so much. All right, to continue, Professor Dato, can you read this question for Atika? Atika, dengan baik-baik, eh?
What question?
Okay.
Okay, ni soalan susah juga.
Ini soalan susah.
Oh my god.
Among all food outlets on campus, which one is your favorite, and what food do you miss the most?
I stay in HB3. Okay, there is a pasta punya beside this macam apa shop dekat tepi tu. Ada lagi ke shop tu? Pasta.
Ada?
Ada lagi?
Huh? Tak ada. Should try to find the pasta and send this to Atika's house.
Really good. And then the HB1, but that one hostel lelaki. So so situ kalau I pergi,
You suka makan kat makanan dia ke kena suka pergi ke hostel lelaki tu?
Oh, that is a very scandalous question. It's a PG-13 show, people.
secret. Tapi dua tempat ni lah yang I suka. Pasta tu sebab memang yelah kalau tiap hari makan nasi kan, but the pasta was really good lah. And it's cheap juga, less than 10 ringgit I think. And dekat HB1 there's a special like macam this cheesy and roti which is really good lah. Yang tu kalau I ada duit lebih sikit I akan pergi HB1. Bukan sebab boys ke apa, tapi sebab kat situ dia macam mahal sikit tapi sedap.
Oh, okay.
Atika, I just want to ask right, because ini macam apa ni, tempat makanan dekat cyber. Pernah you pergi Melaka tak?
I study kat Melaka juga.
Oh, you tekan Melaka tak? Ada tempat kegemaran dekat Melaka tak? Macam kita orang suka pergi Habib. Sebab situ tempat itulah kita orang dapat cerit bilik dulu.
Habib.
Very fond memories, I tell you, very fond memories.
What years that?
What?
What years is that? Kita selalu pergi itu this warung under pokok. Have you heard of that?
I pernah. I think it's very near Bukit Beruang juga. It's very popular.
Wash the plates yourself after you eat. Pernah tak? It's very cheap. It's like 2
I
ringgit.
pun tak apa ingat dah. But Tika, since you've been talking about macam apa ni, between campus dengan Melaka dengan cyber kan, antara makanan lah. Campus mana yang bagi makanan lebih baik? As in lagi sedap? Cyber atau Melaka?
It's hard to say lah sebab both pun
Melaka je.
Melaka memang win lah sebab so many like cheap foods and but I think I love both lah. Both campus
Very diplomatic.
Very diplomatic. Atika, if you ever think about going to the parliament to become a politician, I think you'd be great lah. If you're going to vote for the next general election, right? Kalau you nak masuk tanding dalam the next GE, I akan sokong you. It'd be a great addition to the various politicians kita ada kat parliament. Okay, thank you so much, Atika. All right, now we're going to go to our last panelist of the day. Miss Manisha, come up here. Okay, all right. Now you've seen how the game works, okay? Now I will let you spin the wheel yourself. You can do it hard, you can actually do it slow. It's up to you. But let's see what color do you get. Okay.
White.
Oh, okay, white.
Finally.
The first white envelope of the day. Let's see what question you get. I think this one is actually the easy ones.
And now I feel like I'm back in like beauty pageant. I have to answer question.
Okay.
But this one is a serious question.
Oh, serious question. Oh no.
How many faculties MMU currently have in all our campuses?
Okay. Can we zoom into Manisha's face?
You better choose red.
Do you want another go? Or do you still want to answer this question? I'll give you like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire an option.
Less than 20.
Less than 20. Is that correct?
Yes, less than 20.
Less than 20. Oh, that's true lah.
I answered it in a...
You know what, Manisha? I think that's a cheat question, right? Can we spin another wheel?
Oh, okay.
Can we spin the another wheel, folks? You know what?
Okay.
The audience wants it.
You
Spin
can
another
answer,
wheel.
you can answer
Okay,
now.
the real answer is 11. There's
Oh, okay.
11 faculties.
11 faculties. I feel like we're still missing out. Shall we give her another round?
Yes.
Okay, I can't do anything.
Okay,
The
one
crowd
more.
wants it. One more, come on.
Okay, kan merah, red. Okay. Oh no, still white.
Still white.
All right, here we go.
Why do you choose red?
Just okay lah, choose. Give me one.
Can we do that? Can we break the rules?
President one red. Okay, red.
Since if you want red, I can give you red.
Okay, take on red envelope.
I think we're breaking the rules already, but okay.
Rebellious, you know. Sometimes have to break the rules.
Yes.
Yeah.
But when it's the president, I will give in. Is it a tough question, an easy question?
Oh.
The silence is killing us.
Okay. During your studies at MMU, what was the episode or experience or moment that you cannot forget until now?
All right, here we go. Personal. Come on.
Okay, orientation week.
Oh.
I think the orientation week at MMU was very memorable. So I joined in foundation, and of course first time in university, and orientation week was for 1 week. And I'm still a vegetarian, and I remember after every during lunch or tea break, they'll ask everybody V team, and then we would go to a separate place for like in Plaza Siswa. Then there's like food for vegetarians, so it was very inclusive, and it was a lot of people. It was like hundreds of students in the field, and then we had all our orientation sessions. I also met one of my closest friends during orientation week. We're still friends until today. Her name is Kavita.
Hi,
And
Kavita.
I remember she was in the
Hi,
V team
Kavita.
also.
Hi, Kavita. We hope you're watching.
So yeah, I'm really close with still some of my uni friends. So orientation week and my first year in MMU, until today, some of my close friends, Nakib, Sharmin, Tengku Aisyah, Nik Adlina, we all
Amirul?
still meet up. Amirul, over a few years, yeah.
I feel like this is all rehearsed. Did your friends ask you to shout their names out
No,
loud
no,
on
no.
live
I
on camera?
mean, we just met like last week. So yeah, and I think that the one
Do you promote
unforgettable.
this session to them?
Ni macam sesi interrogation lah.
I shared on social media, so kalau mereka nampak,
okay.
they might watch lah. But yeah, orientation week was fun, and it felt like I belonged.
And you know what? When we speak about orientation, I just want to give a special shout out. Orientation would not be where it is without the OC. So for all the
Yes,
orientation
OC
committee
committee.
people, for various intakes,
Yeah.
we want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Go OC.
I think one more thing just want
Oh,
to add.
okay.
In orientation week, this is the first time I heard Permata Dunia.
Ah, exactly.
And I was like, wow, is this the university song? It's so good.
It's
like
damn good.
it's really, and it was like, I think if I'm not mistaken, written by a lecturer also, right? Yeah, written and performed, sang by MMU lecturer. And it's such a great song.
It's a great song.
It's a great song.
If I had to choose between an Adele song and Permata Dunia all the way.
Honestly, it's a really wonderful
It's a
song.
wonderful song.
Yeah.
It's the only, I think, the only university song which sounds like a ballad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really-
Anyways, thank you so much, Miss Manisha,
Thank
for
you.
playing. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Professor,
Thank you so
for
much.
spinning the wheel. Thank you.
Thank
Now,
you.
folks, we've played Spin and Answer. Right now, we're going to take another short commercial break. Now, don't, as mentioned previously, don't go anywhere because we will be right back after this with more games and more questions to our panels. Stay tuned.
Hi guys, I'm Nicholas. I'm 21 years old and I'm currently pursuing my degree in Human Resource Management at the Faculty of Business. So what is it like to be a student from the Faculty of Business? Now I can say it's really exciting because every time I go to class, I get to learn something new. And I also feel very happy as I'm able to learn from my lecturers who are knowledgeable, experienced and kind at the same time. As for the lifestyle, I would say it's a pretty typical student lifestyle. To relax, I like to watch movies and hang out with my friends in campus. But in my free time, I like to join business competitions as well, which is able to give me the knowledge and prepare myself for the business world. That is it for me. Thank you so much. What about you, Sharil?
Thank you, Niklaus. So, hi guys, I am Sharin Nizam. So, being an engineering student is not as what you expected. Although we are dealing with numbers all day, but for me myself, I do a lot of things to release my stress, such as doing, playing games, watching videos, listening to music, and so on.
Hi everyone, my name is Alice. I'm 20 years old and currently doing my first year of degree in Faculty of Law. What is it like to be a FLO student? I would say that I get to live my university life to the fullest, as in classes, I get to learn what laws are enacted and how it regulates and governs the people. There are also lots of events and activities from all faculties that we can join as to engage with more people and learn soft skills that are worth possessing.
All right, folks, welcome back to our talk show, MMU Beat. Now, before we left, right, we've played a game called Spin and Answer, and we found out some interesting answers from all of our panelists, all right? Some people love cyber and also Malacca food, all right? Some did not have any romantic interest because mata bagi. And another person, well, she answered multiple different questions, but everything led back to either orientation or her friends. Nakip was one of them, isn't it? All right, Nakip, I'm calling you after this. I know you specifically asked her to mention your name live on this feed, but hey, all right, everybody wants a time to shine. And what better time to shine than MMU's own talk show, MMU Beat. Now, folks, when you actually went to a commercial break, right, you saw a couple of advertisements, okay? Now, one of them was concerning the Faculty of Cinematic Arts, FCA, which is currently located in Cyberjaya. Before this, it was in JB, but now they've actually relocated to Cyberjaya. On this note, right, on this relocation, I would like to ask our president, all right, why? What happened that caused FCA to transfer all the way from JB to Cyberjaya? Could you tell us what's with the transfer?
It's the spirit of being in a family.
Oh.
You know? The FCA, Faculty of Cinematic Arts, was alone in Johor. Of course, prior to this, they were here with us in Cyberjaya, but then we decided to move them to Nusa Jaya. But this is the only faculty that we have in Nusa Jaya, in that particular campus. With only 117 students in the FCA in Nusa Jaya, we feel that we cannot really create the university environment with a very small population. And this is one of the reasons why we choose to move them back to Cyberjaya, to locate them in a place where they can mingle around with other students from other faculties. On the other hand, you know, this FCA is in the film industry. We are creating directors or those who are working behind the scene and so on. Most of the industry players are here in the Klang Valley. So if they are quite far from this industry, it will be quite difficult for us to get them in touch with the real working environment. Because one of the important aspects of our philosophy is to make sure that our students will have a very strong relationship with the industry. So putting this faculty in Nusa Jaya in Johor will, you know, they will be quite far from the industry, detached from the industry, and will not help them to gain a good industry experience. So this is also another reason why we relocate them back to Cyberjaya. And today, all these 117 students are here, together with a larger community here of around 6,000 students in Cyberjaya. And of course, they are nearer to the industry, and we hope that with this, they'll be able to engage and will get more partnership with working with the real working environment.
All right, that was actually a very good move. And speaking of which, it actually leads to a great segue for those, all right, that want to be the next Martin Scorsese or Spielberg. You know where to go, all right? It's Malaysia's #1 private institution, MMU. The June and July intake is coming. So if you feel that you want to explore film, all right, choose MMU as your destination. We've already have 25 years of a track record to prove our success story. So if you feel, all right, that you want to be the next Spielberg, just enroll in Multimedia University, Cyberjaya, of course. Now, folks, I want to talk to the people directly watching on this live feed, because this next session, right, is actually dedicated especially for you. Now, a lot of you have been clamoring, oh, it's actually a talk show to talk about alumni. It's not just about alumni success stories, but also is to celebrate everybody. We want you guys to participate. So for you folks out there, all right, currently ongoing right now, all right, we want to kickstart the interactive session with our viewers watching all the way from home or from different countries with an online quiz, all right? Now, at the end of this online quiz, the person that answers the best or the most correct answers will stand to win, all right, a prize, a mystery prize. And you know, when it comes to MMU, all right, when it comes to prizes, we give the best, all right? And some say, right, we're giving a house in Cyberjaya. No? Not one, but you got 3 houses to give. All right. Okay. I am definitely not going to be invited to the next talk show host, but hey, the mystery gift is really worth it. So if you want to participate, folks, all right, you can log into this address that is being featured right there on your screen. It's a bit.ly/MMUbeat. Once again, please answer the online quiz. Once you've, if you answer correctly and if you get the highest points, we will be giving you a special gift all the way from MMU. We will be choosing 3 winners, so please log in, scan it, and then answer as much as you can, as carefully as you can, because once again, all right, the person with the most correct answers will walk away with a prize. All right, folks, moving on, we're going to continue with our talk show. Okay, we're going to talk about a couple more things with our panelists over here. Now, we've covered spin and answer, we've covered their success stories. Now we're going to ask them about what they think about Multimedia University, an overview of what they think. All right? Now, Mr. Saiful, now we'll start with you, okay? As an MMU alumni, why do you think being a Permata Dunia is so special? I mean, you graduated for ages, but I hear from behind, right, okay, you were humming Permata Dunia, okay? As you exited the toilet, right, I can hear somebody is actually humming Permata Dunia, and that was you. Why do you think being Permata Dunia is so special till today?
Well, I don't know how to mention about it, because everything that we do after MMU time, not because of the awards and recognition, because of self-actualization. And the other things, the awards, what we got, and the recognition that we got is totally something blessed, but we are not doing things because of that. And well, I am not actually doing something very popular. I came from film and animation, but I didn't produce any films. The most we just become the content creator for Facebook and our YouTube, but that's solely because of the businesses that we develop. And if the parameters for being the Permata Dunia is if you came out from Faculty of Creative Multimedia or Faculty of Cinematic Arts, then you have to be filmmakers, and it's counted based on the number of films and how successful your film, then I might not be the Permata Dunia. But however, I feel thankful because MMU having different parameter for putting me in the prime listings of Permata Dunia. And even though I'm not doing for it, but it's a bless and honor for me.
And it shows from your great success and the career you've had ever since you graduated from MMU. And we are happy to see you shine as a Permata Junior.
Thank you
now,
very much.
folks, I'm going to shift gears, right? I'm going to go to Miss Manisha. All right, Manisha. Now, looking at your bio, right, you actually, graduated from international business, and now you're fully in the entertainment industry, okay? Now, a lot of kids are coming to MMU, or they're currently still studying in MMU. All right. Now, one of the most often talked about questions, right, we get from students is whether they should enroll in a program that their parents force them to do so, or should they follow what they call their heart and passion. What do you have to say there? If they need to choose a course, what would you advise them? Should they stick to the professional courses, or should they ask the person deep down inside? What's your take on it?
Okay, so I think I'll give the same advice I gave my brother or any junior or young person that asks me. I think we can't deny that we are living in a competitive world. It's going to be competition out there. So you should choose something that you know you can have a strength. So you have some natural ability or strength, and you have interest in doing it. Because if you pick something you're interested in doing, even when there's challenges, at least you are passionate to go through it, to figure out how to come up from the challenges. So for me, I would say my advice would be pick something that you know you're going to be interested in, you have a strength, and it will give you some competitive advantage. And whatever you choose to do your best, because when you come out, it is competitive. So you should keep that in mind. Yeah.
Good advice for those who are currently thinking of either pursuing a course in MMU, or if you are in MMU, if you feel that you want to switch, hey, go for your gut, I tell you. Now, let's head off to Atika. Atika, hi Atika. Alright, boleh dengar
Dengar.
Okay, alright. Soalan I untuk you, okay? Now, this is actually a broad question, but boleh tak you bagi tahu kita orang, alright, how MMU has developed you to become the person that you are today? What are the gifts, alright, that MMU time you belajar? What is it that it has given you to make you successful, the successful person that you are?
Okay. First of all, banyaklah sebenarnya MMU ni bagi impact kat I. Actually, when I minta MMU, I apply MMU when I came from a small city called Muar. Have you heard of that? Muar Johor?
Nah. I think we want ya. Cuma sekarang tak boleh travel lah.
Yes. And then sebenarnya masa I apply, there's a list of universities. So I was really interested in this MMU. I dengar MMU, wow. Dia punya nama Multimedia University kan. So I cakap dengan my teacher lah, that time I nak apply this MMU. You know what? Dia cakap masa tu, because I came from a small city, dia cakap tak layak. Ya. Surprise kan? So I apply juga. I ada kan kita boleh list 3 fakulti yang kita nak apply. First, I apply law faculty, and second I think business. Memang tak engineering tak lah. Nombor 3 I apply IT. So I dapat yang IT lah. And then coming from small city, I tak pernah duduk hostel, and then move to Melaka, and then move to cyber. I met different people, which is quite interesting lah. Dia punya personality memang different dengan I. Tapi I rasa banyak pengalaman daripada I kenal daripada roommate, and of course some activities dekat MMU, sebab walaupun I duduk dekat dalam bilik, tapi for the last few years dekat dekat cyber, I involved with some clubs lah. That particular in Cyberjaya, I think I develop more like confidence, and then I develop develop many skills lah. Sebab before this kan kalau dekat different campus, different lifestyle. So I think banyaklah benda yang membuatkan apa yang I punya experience dekat MMU Melaka dengan MMU Cyber, banyak experience yang menjadikan apa I sekarang ni. Sebab very different. I memang jenis susah nak bercakap, jenis suka duduk bilik je. Tapi when I met different people in MMU, sebab they came from satu Malaysia kan, and different personalities, they help me a lot lah. And some of the friends memang until now they were supporting very much, and some of them are my customers.
Alright, thanks Atika. Actually, this brings us back to MMU. And when I talk about MMU, right, I actually relate dengan apa ni Atika. I feel that MMU itself is a very magical place. Alright, when we come to MMU, mungkin kita dulu orang yang tak bisa bercakap depan kamera. I, for one, right, could not host anything. I jenis yang bukanlah malu, tapi I wasn't really into hosting at all. Nak cakap depan kamera susah.
Tapi penyegan lah. Bukan pemalu tapi penyegan.
Betul, penyegan. But I think as...
My partner, I met my partner in MMU.
Oh, partner in MMU. That is something I failed to do, but it's okay. Nobody's perfect. People make mistakes. Itulah. Anyway, but like I said, MMU is the foundation for everything that we have in life, especially, and I can testify to that as well. Ever since I came out from MMU, I found my passion to host stuff, my passion for law, and once again, we all owe it all to MMU. So once again, thank you so much, Multimedia University. So, I'm going to wrap this segment up. We're going to go to another short commercial break. We will be back with our fourth segment and our final segment before we wrap up the show. So stay tuned, folks. Do not go anywhere. We'll be back after these short commercial breaks.
Wonder how fast intelligent machines run on 5G? At MMU, you'll find the answer. Wonder how creative content and online businesses are mastered? At MMU, you'll find the answer. Wonder how cybersecurity and law function? At MMU, you'll find the answer. Find out all these and many more at Multimedia University, because MMU is you, leading the digital future. Visit mmu.edu.my.
Welcome back, folks. Aloha. Right now, we've finally reached the last part of the talk show, which is our fourth and final segment with the panelists. Now, before that, okay, I just want to give a special shout out for those who are taking the online quiz. I'm actually, during the commercial break, I looked at my phones, right? Apparently, 16 of you texted me for answers to the online questions. Good God, people. You cannot ask me like these questions live on air. But I can tell you that they are simple, all right? And once again, we ask you to please, pretty please, keep the answers to yourself, okay? A lot of people are actually going on Facebook, and actually WhatsApp group, right, to discuss the answers among themselves in hopes that they will win the house and then probably rent it out. Entrepreneurship. They're taking the advice of the president to heart. All right. Now, just a reminder to all you folks out there who are actually taking the online quiz. We are going to open the online quiz for only 4 more minutes, all right? 4 more minutes before we close it down. Now, once again, if you haven't submitted your answers, please submit them immediately. If you want to take it now as soon as possible, because once again, we will be closing it for the next 4 minutes. Once again, if you want to participate, log on to bit.ly/MMUbeat. All right, the results will be coming up shortly, so don't go anywhere. Once again, attractive prizes await you. All right, folks, our last segment of the day. All right, we're going to still talk about MMU. All right, now I'm going to ask our panelists, all right, on the ways moving forward for MMU in the future. Now, since we've already reached 25 years, all right, in the higher education industry, MMU will continue to provide quality graduates for the country. And on this part, like, we want your feedback on this, right? So instead of actually going rounds, right, I'm going to actually open it to the floor, even to the president himself, all right? The question is, what is your hope and wish for MMU, all right, to progress as a renowned university, not only in Malaysia, but in the world? What is your hope and wish for MMU? Anybody can start. As alumni, what is your hopes and wishes for MMU as it goes forward for the future as a renowned university in Malaysia? What do you expect? What is your hope and wishes? Anybody want to start? All right, Manisha. I like the bravery because Saiful is looking at me and everybody's looking. I know you all have each answers, right? So I'm going to give it to Manisha. Manisha, kickstart it.
Okay, my hopes and dream for MMU in for the 25th anniversary is to continue leading the way. I think starting as a pioneer and to continue leading. I think the last 25 years has also been a wonderful attempt in like growing so many graduates, capable graduates, and also the ecosystem. Like I think what I appreciated when I was studying in MMU, so it was a very supportive ecosystem that had a lot of opportunities for people who wanted to grab them. Another fond memory is like Atika, I also joined clubs, and one of the clubs that I joined was the Voices Debating Society, and it was great because I had the opportunity to actually go and compete in Australia, in the Australs, so representing MMU, and that was such a unique opportunity that I got representing the university. Another classmate of mine in foundation, she was also went on to do a exchange student program with the Telecom University in Paris, in France, and then where she's an MMU student as well. So after that, she got a scholarship from there, and she actually did her masters in France. And Vanita, she's still overseas actually.
I know Vanita.
You know Vanita.
Yeah.
So she's from accounting. She's from accounting. So I think what I hope for MMU is to continue leading the way, pioneering, and putting all they can into the ecosystem. I think there's so much that's being done in the past 25 years, and I look forward to seeing all the new things.
All right, great answer. So the bar has been set very high. So Encik Saiful, I pass it to you now. What is your hope and wish for MMU?
Okey, pada saya rasa saya nampak MMU punya direction ke depan. MMU dah set satu benchmark yang agak tinggi kepada semua universiti yang lain. Kita tak perlu nak berlumba dengan universiti lain, dan kita juga tak perlu nak kejar ranking. Kadang-kadang bila kita kejar ranking, kita lupa tentang student dan juga penghasilan student. Saya sendiri secara personal, kita melihat satu universiti itu shaping the students futures, dan dia preparekan student tadi itu adalah disediakan student tadi itu adalah untuk kebolehpasaran dalam ruang pekerjaan, which is sekarang ni agak menyedihkan kerana banyak universiti yang mengeluarkan graduan yang akhirnya jadi yang kerja-kerja yang tidak bersesuaian dengan kelayakannya. Sebagai majikan kepada kita, dalam tim kita, we have more than 100 people in the team yang could say 200 over lah kalau kata dalam tim yang kita sebenarnya dalam tim ini kita kita kadang-kadang kita ada masalah bila kita berhadapan dengan some high achievers ni. They are already framed in one beautiful frame that they cannot think outside of the frame. Jadi what we sebagai majikan kita sebenarnya melihat how good sebenarnya kalau universiti dia memang menghasilkan graduan-graduan yang which is MMU dah pernah buat dulu masa dekat dalam kita punya earlier stage. Creative multimedia, they teach creativity, not they provide the platform for creativity, but creativity cannot be taught, they can be challenged. Bila you dapat challenge dan you dapat platform yang mana you boleh zahirkan kreativiti tadi tu, then you are kreatif. Tapi dia parameternya juga mesti ditukar kepada, contohnya macam sekarang ni kita lebih kepada ni saya sendiri, I was one of the advisors kepada universiti program yang baru, universiti awam yang baru yang nak dibuat, dan kemudian saya menyatakan satu benda yang saya rasa universiti tu pun akan tolak, iaitu bila you buat satu universiti satu program, you kena ikut satu benchmark yang MQA telah tetapkan. You tak boleh nak lari daripada tu, dan MQA tetapkan itu satu benda yang agak terkebelakang beberapa tahun untuk dijadikan benchmark, dan kita terpaksa ikut benchmark tadi tu, dan kita tak boleh nak ubah banyak sangat, keluar daripada frame. Sedangkan industri dia run real time. Hari ni berubah, besok dah tak sama dengan hari ni dengan semalam tak sama. Besok dah lain. Dan dia kena dia satu universiti yang integrate antara industri, bukan pada hanya sekadar industrial training, yang kadang-kadang orang datang industri training dengan kita pun kadang kita rasa macam apa je lah kerja nak boleh bagi kat engkau ni kan, macam nak bagi ni pun problem solving you are totally not fit, dan kita takkan nak bagi kerja-kerja yang kalau kata mistake dia fatal for the company. Jadi kita jadilah tukang buat kopi, photocopy people, dan kemudian dia buatlah kerja-kerja yang less risk. Kita nak kalau boleh graduan kita di universiti sendiri dia dah generate income, macam macam Ika sendiri. Kita prosperkan lagi orang macam Ika macam ni. Kita bagi platform, dan saya tahu yang alumni MMU dia ada satu alumni center yang sebenarnya dia dah prosperkan benda ni, dia dah cultivate benda ni daripada universiti. That is what we want in the university. We don't have to race for ranking dekat kita. Berapa kita berlumba dengan Harvard ke Cambridge ke, they are in different league. Dia different league. Biar kita create satu league kita yang sampai orang dekat US, California ke, dekat Palo Alto ke, they send their children to MMU. Because our league dia tidak sama dengan liga-liga yang lain yang ada dekat luar. Itu yang sebenarnya, contohnya macam kalau kata Faculty of Cinematic Arts, contoh ya, kita sekarang ni berapa banyak sangatlah kita nak buat filem dekat dalam Malaysia, dan why not kita create some parameter, marking dia adalah menentukan mark yang diberi oleh lecturer, separuh ditentukan oleh macam mana engagement apa yang dia buat tadi tu, dia punya filem dia, engagement di dalam social media ataupun dalam YouTube, dan kita ambil kira benda tu semua sebagai satu pemarkahan. Selain daripada yang pemarkahan separuh lagi ni, sebenarnya kita rasa macam disiplin dia untuk datang kelas ke apa ke, semua tu itulah. But all in all sebenarnya saya nak yang saya hope, kalau kata cakap pasal hope ni, dia boleh dari bulan sampai bintang patah balik lagi kan. Tapi realistic hope tak tahulah yang macam universiti boleh buat. Jadi kita lebih suka pada zaman sekarang, why people choose not to go to university. Even kalau kata ketika saya diberikan pilihan, sebenarnya mak saya je yang paksa masuk universiti, kata masuk universiti kan. Kalau kata tak masuk universiti, tak ada masa depan. Jadi masuk universiti. Kalau ikutkan saya rasa lepas saya pandai membaca, saya pandai mengira, saya dah nak buat bisnes. Tapi kena masuk universiti. Mum wish. Jadi anak yang baik kena ikut cakap mak. Tapi bila dah masuk kat universiti ni, we get busy dengan doing things yang kadang-kadang rasa macam this one I can learn, tak payah test pun tak apa. I learn because of I just want to know this thing sebagai pengetahuan am. You don't need to make myself busy to memorize all this. dan untuk I sit the exam just untuk saya tahu okey siapa Prime Minister Malaysia yang pertama, kedua, ketiga, keempat, yang which is sekolah menengah pun dah belajar. Dan kita lebih kepada actual lesson, problem based learning. You have problem, then you solve the problem, then you learn from whatever you solve.
Yes, sir.
This is what the industry want. And kalau kata you tak bekerja dengan orang pun, you boleh jadi majikan right inside dalam sekolah lagi, dalam universiti lagi. You dah ada company, you make million, then you can even hire people while you are still in the first year in the university.
I think that's what Atika did, and I think those are very good examples of how we can actually produce better quality students, especially from MMU and also Malaysia. That was actually a very good idea in terms of platforming. But I want to continue this discussion, right, by putting the question, and tanya soalan yang sama kepada Atika. Atika, apakah harapan dan juga your wish for MMU?
You know what, MMU team, Prof, I memang proud gila belajar dekat MMU. This is like my years of life yang memang change my life lah actually. So what you doing now, you keep producing good leaders. If you see right now, there are so many people yang come up from MMU and be a great leader, macam Saifunang, Dedeke, and I rasa you just keep producing good leaders. And what you doing now, kan ada entrepreneurship punya faculty, it's really good. Sebab MMU ni dia teach kita how to survive. Kualiti yang I rasa jarang ada dekat universiti lain. Dan kalau tengok most of great leaders yang dekat dalam industri sekarang, mostly memang datang daripada MMU. Actually ada ramai sebenarnya yang graduate from MMU yang tak explore lagi, macam I think Mimpi Kita. Have you heard of Mimpi Kita brand? Dia pun from MMU. My friend Ilham Icenta, ramai sebenarnya yang datang daripada MMU yang belajar dekat MMU, gain experience, and bila graduate, walaupun diorang tak kerja ataupun dalam bidang yang diorang belajar sebelum ni, tapi turns out diorang be a successful person nowadays. So keep producing. What you're doing now is really great lah. Memang betul apa jalan tu, memang I nampak sekarang MMU memang fokus on that, which is I hope MMU produce more leaders, more successful person, and I think MMU can do great in the future.
All right, thank you so much. That was a beautiful speech, Atika. My God, even I was crying behind this face mask. But Prof, with that, right, actually, I want to throw a question to you. You listen to all these stories, especially from Atika, saying that MMU actually shaped her life. What do you have to say about that? Are you proud as a president?
Of course, I'm very proud of all these achievements. Well, I just came here 1 year ago. Yeah. After this 1 year in MMU, I can see that all of you loves MMU very much. This is what I can see, and I believe that we should carry on with this loves and the sentiment that you have towards MMU. This is great, and what we need to do now is to continue having our engagement with the alumni. This is just like the after-sales service. We have to continue our relation with you and try to collaborate with you. that's something that now you can help us. Your ideas, your contribution in terms of help us to develop other students to become like you. These are all welcome. And for your information, there's a lot of new things that we are doing now. One of it, to answer to Saiful's statement just now, we are now, we plan to have what we call build your own curriculum programs, where we will let the students to build their own curriculum. This is like a Lego. It's a block, but of course you need to follow some of the requirement by the MQA, but we allow them to mix and match with what they want to do in their life. For example, if you are in the faculty of computer FCI, Atika, you're from which faculty?
FCI, FIT. The last time was FIT.
Okay.
Information Technology.
So now
FCI?
Now it's FCI or FIST. You know, now being students in this faculty, of course their major is in computing and software engineering and so on. We will allow these students to also take subjects offered by Faculty of Business, for example, because maybe they want to become a businessman or businesswoman like you. And this will allow the students to choose and build their career, their future career. Because for me, what is important in a university is to make sure that we will be able to develop a successful human being. This is beyond career, this is beyond your subject that you took in the university, but this is at the end of the day is our role to help you to become a successful person. And this is what we aspire to do now, with all this MMU plus U, with all the, we also plan to make sure that we are in line with the industry's challenges, where all the projects, all the research, everything that we do here is helping the industry to solve challenges that they are facing. In this sense, we'll be able to help our students to understand better the industry, and we'll give them a real working experience before they join the industry. And this will ensure that they will be successful later when they join the industry. You mentioned about ranking. I have another view on this ranking actually. Ranking is there, and we cannot deny that ranking is one of the important element in a university, because everybody, when you want to send their children to university, they will of course look for this ranking. That is, but I don't really believe in the numbers. What I believe is the criteria that come along with the ranking. The ranking is not only numbers, but the ranking comes together with the criteria. If we want to be a great university, you need to be comparable with the other great universities. And this criteria will help you and guide you to become a good university. If we are only focusing on numbers, then that is wrong. I truly agree with you. But in this case, we should not only look at the numbers, but look at the criteria that we need to fulfill to be able to become a good university, an excellent university. And this is what we are doing now. We are monitoring all these criteria, and we are trying to improve. Because without this criteria, we will not know what is the definition of a good university. So we have already, all these criteria been defined by all this organization, world organization, and we have to look into the way how we deliver things and try to improve ourselves. Of course, as I mentioned, this university is a great university. I'm very proud to be here today, and it is not easy for us to to improve more, because it is a well developed university, but now this current team together with all the alumni and all the community of MMU, the U in the MMU, we need to work together. If you love this university, come work together with us, tell us what you want us to do, and we will try to make sure that the success of this university is guaranteed for another 100 years, 1,000 years and so on. Yeah? So let us develop this university. Let us let you be the U, the red U in the university, and we become the great MMU.
Big dreams, folks. All right, since we're about to celebrate the 25th year anniversary of Multimedia University. Sir, Prof, a lot of people are actually watching at home right now. They are alumni. Obviously, you were not their president, all right, back then when they were studying in MMU. But since you have a chance to connect, all right, with the alumni, the past students, do you have any parting words to give to your alumni?
Oh, we need you. MMU needs you because you are part of the MMU.
All right, very short and sweet. Thank you so much, Professor. All right, folks, with that, we end our talk show segments. All right, thank you so much to our lovely, lovely panelists for joining us here today. Can we have a round of applause for them? Thank you so much. Their continued success is the pride and joy of Multimedia University. Now, folks, to move on, I know what the people online are clamoring for, the results of the online quiz. And I believe the results are have already been tabulated and they are ready. Can we have the prizes, the results here, please? Can we pass the iPad? Now, folks, for those who are watching at home and those who participate in the online quiz, the results are here. It is being issued in an iPad, and the results will be announced by our very own professor. So do take note if your name is being called. Now, folks, we did promise you 3 mystery prizes, and unfortunately, one of them is not a house. I'm so sorry. Okay, but it is a worthwhile gift all the way from your old university. So, folks, coming in at 3rd prize, all right, we are giving you a 3-month subscription, Spotify Premium Access, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, can we have drum rolls, please? Professor, can you announce the winner for the third spot?
Prize. The winner is Nur Hawila Salim.
All right, hi Noor. You won yourself, once again, a Spotify Premium Access worth of 3 months. All right. Now, once again, the first song you will have to play once you get your subscription is none other than Permata Dunia. All right. Sing it everywhere you go, be it in the toilet, when you're at work, when you're going in an adventure with your boss. Sing it right in front of his ear. All right, and not even in front of his face, because that's how much you're going to love that particular song. Now, moving on, folks, to second prize. Second prize is a PlayStation Plus, all right, with 3 months subscription and a Starbucks voucher worth of 30 ringgit, all right? You get a PlayStation Plus and also Starbucks voucher. Who comes in second place?
Shamsul Johar.
All right. Whoa. That was probably the winner of the second prize. A lot of people are asking, hey, I should be winning those prizes. But don't worry, folks, because like I said, we have a couple more talk shows. All right, we have a lot more gifts to give. So if you don't win this round, you can still win in the next one. All right, now congratulations to our second spot. And last but not least, we have come to the ultimate prize of the day. First prize is a Netflix access subscription. All right, it is Netflix for those who love watching stuff, whether at the office, shame on you, and also at home. All right, this is for you. So top prize, can we have drum rolls, please? Prof?
Ki-Yi-Di.
Oh, congratulations once again to top spot. If I'm not mistaken, his name is Ki, is it?
Ki-Yi-Di.
Ki, okay, I'm going to call you Ki. Congratulations, Ki, on the Netflix subscription account. Now, all the prizes will be given away via postage or via delivery, and it will be delivered to the respective winners, and MMU will be contacting you shortly. So, if you receive a call from your old university, don't worry. They're not chasing you for unpaid tuition fees. They just want to give you the prizes you want from the show. Congratulations to all 3 winners. All right, thank you so much once again, Prof. Dato, for giving out the prizes. And once again, folks, we have reached the conclusion of our first ever talk show, MMU Beat. All right, now, Once again, we'd like to extend a thank you note to all of our panelists from Mr. Muhammad Saiful Nang, Miss Manisha Jagan, Yang Berbahagia Datuk Dr. Nasri Khan Adam, as well as Miss Nur Atika binti Sulaiman for gracing, for spending time with us here at Multimedia University. Thank you so much for coming back, despite the fact it's been a decade. And once again, the producers of this show and also the crew would like to personally thank the President and CEO of Multimedia University himself, Professor Dato Dr. Mazliham Muhammad Saad, for joining us here today. Thank you so much, folks, for us to celebrate the 25th year anniversary of Multimedia University. Once again, we also like to personally thank for all the alumni, all right, that took time, okay, and also culik tulang from their respective time at work at their office, and also for those who are watching wherever you are in the world, be it for Qatar, Saudi Arabia, France, Canada. All right, we thank you for joining us here on this very special occasion, whether it's from FB page, MMU Malaysia YouTube channel, or even the Google Meet. Thank you so much on behalf of the production team.
Merci.
What?
Merci.
Merci. Merci.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup. All right. I wish I knew any other language, but unfortunately, I only know 3. And French is not one of them. Now, on behalf of the production team, we hope that you enjoyed this show, and we hope you continue to watch the subsequent editions. And with that, folks, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for tuning in. Let's give a round of applause for everybody here. Thank you so much. So, folks, in order to wrap up, okay, now I know you love Permata Dunia, but to send you off, folks, MMU has produced a new song entitled Forever MMU. Aww. And it is composed by Mr. Fajrul Norman himself. There you go. Can we have a zoom to Norman, please? All right. Now, he's curated this particular song just for today in conjunction with the MMU's 25th year anniversary. And the lyrics was written by Professor Dato Mazliham himself, MMU president. Wow. Is there anything that you cannot do? You're a voiceover, you're president, you're also a songwriter. There you go. Next thing we know that when I look at next year's Grammy, this man will pop up. All right, that's it. That's it. Well, with that, folks, we would like to invite our songstress back on stage to sing Forever MMU. Take it away.
Di sisimu kisah kita bermula dari yang kosong dan tiada apa seiringan bergandengan. Di sisimu jalan kita terbina bersedia mencapai cita-cita teroka jaya dan bahagia. Forever MMU. Who am I without you? Forever MMU, meluncur ke mercu. Si permata dunia, saudara selamanya. Si permata dunia, berani meneroka. Si permata dunia, kala bukanlah kita. Si permata dunia, engkaulah segalanya. Di sisimu kisah kita terbina dari yang kosong dan tiada apa seiringan bergandengan. Di sisimu jalan kita terbina bersedia mencapai cita-cita teroka jaya dan bahagia. forever MMU.